Hello everyone, let me give you a demo of project. This is our project's code and it's running on port 5000. So let's move on to that. And it's localhost 5000. This is basically our landing page. So let's go. What are the things out there? This is the sign in and sign up form. And there is a smooth transition between the create account page and this one sign in page. This is basically cards display, which we have done using just basic CSS. To see what are the resources out there in this website, we need to either sign in or first create an account, create a new account in the database, and then we can sign in to see what are the resources. So let's start by creating a new account. Okay, so for creating a new account we need to fill all of those fields. Okay, just suppose if we filled any of these fields and okay, this is anything name, and if any of these fields are empty, then our form data will not be accepted. Let me just show you that. If see, it says that please enter all the fields and password at least basic characters long. These error messages are displayed over here. We are displaying these messages using the Flash library of the Node.js. So at first we need to fill up all the fields. Okay, let me just provide any random email, any password. Okay, I think I and these passwords must be matching. So when we have filled all the fields, the next thing it will check that if the passwords in this field and in this field they are matching or not. If they are not matching, then we'll get the error that password don't match. And if the passwords also match and we have filled all the fields, then it will check, then our form data will be sent to our database, and here we are checking that if the email provided by the user is already present in the database or not. If it is present, then we'll get an error saying that email already exists. Else, and if this email is not present, then our new user will be registered. So let me just give you an example. Suppose I provide an email. This email is already there in the database, and if I try to sign in using this email, see, this gives me error that email already exists. So we need to create an account by a new email ID which is not there in the database. Okay, so let's try this new one. Yeah, this is not in the database. So if I click on sign up, you are now registered and can log in. So our this user is registered in the database and we can now log in. For login purposes, we need to provide the email. Let me provide which I just created, and I need to provide the password. Similarly as we did in case of sign up, here in sign in, at first we are checking that whatever the email is provided in this field, that is that email, if it is present in the database or not. Okay, we are finding any user.find by email if any user exists or not. If it does not exist, then we'll get the error that email doesn't exist. And if it exists, then we will try to compare the password. For password comparing, what we are doing at the time of creation of password, to maintain the privacy of the users, we are not storing the actual password of the user in the database. Instead, we are simply hashing the password using a library which is bcrypt. What bcrypt does, it hashes the password into different strings, which is completely different from the original password which was fed into the form by the user. And in this way, the privacy of the user is maintained. And while signing in, we use the function which is bcrypt.compare of that bcrypt library, and here it compares the password which is associated with this email ID, that is user.password, and the password which we are sending in through the form, that is request.body.password. If both of them are same, then yeah, we can say yes, the user is correct and we are now able to sign in. This is a simple icon to display whatever the password is written over here. Now if we click on sign in, yeah, we are signed in and we can see our main website and we can access all of those resources. And one more thing, that all of these routes, they are password protected. That means they are authentication is required. What does that mean? Suppose if I log out and without signing in, I try to access any of these routes. Okay, suppose this one, then it will say that please log in to view that resource. Here what we have done, that we have, using the passport library, we have ensured the authentication of those routes. What does that mean? After signing in, a session is created and a cookie is established in our browser and session is initialized. If our session is initialized, and then it means that user is signed in and he or she can log in to view the resources. Else, if we have not signed in, then that session is still not initialized, and that route we are denied access to that route. Okay, this simple thing we have implemented using the passport library, and it has functions like ensure authenticated to protect these routes. Okay, so now let's again try to access this route by at first signing in. Okay, so yes, now we have signed in, and now here are the routes which we are able to see. Okay, so what this is the first page. This is the topics page. This displays a list of all the topics which are present in the database, and there are questions linked to each of these topics. If we click on any one of the topic, then the questions associated with that topic will be displayed. For doing this, what we have done, that we have created a questions model, and for each questions model there is a field which has a object type of id, and that field is reference to any of this topic. What does that mean? For every question, it is associated with a particular topic. It has a id which is the id of any given topic. So when we click on any of the topic, it's in the URL we get the ID of that particular topic, and in the backend what we are doing, we are actually doing that questions.find by ID, and we are sending in this ID, so that whatever the questions are associated with that ID are displayed over here. And if we click on any one of these questions, okay, then this is whatever is the link of the question, that will be displayed over here. See, this is the simple thing which we have done for displaying the questions. If you can see any of the topic and just click on the topic, click on view question, and it will be displayed in the new page. Okay, and then one more thing is there is a search bar. Okay, this search bar is completely dynamic in nature. If you just type bit, then it will show you the research bit manipulation. Just click enter or search over there, then that topic will be displayed over here. If I type bin, then it will show me that binary search. Okay, this is providing suggestions. It is completely dynamic in nature. Click over here, this is over displayed. If we search nothing, then all the topics are displayed. Now to add any questions, what we have to do, we have to simply provide any name of the questions. Let me provide its name as question itself. Okay, link URL of the question, and we need to select any one of the topic. Okay, let me select the topic as strings. Okay, fine. And now upon clicking on submit, what we'll see, it gives a message that the question is sent for approval. The question, what does that mean? That question will not be displayed till now. Okay, if we click on strings, that new question is not displayed over here. To display that question, we need to do something at the using the admin panel. Okay, let's see that. What is that? If I try to go to admin, this is our admin panel which we have created using admin pro. Okay, for accessing at first we need to log in. This email ID and the password which are required to log in into the admin panel are present in the, we have stored them in the environment variables to keep our admin panel protected. Now you can see that we have logged in into the admin panel. Here we will see that how we can display the question which any user will add. Okay, so these are all the models which are present in our database. Okay, so we need to see the questions model. Let us click on this. Okay, it's opening. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so this was, see, it's recording or not. Yeah, it's recording. So this is the list of all the questions which is present over there. There is an approved field. Let me sort it according to approved. So what was our question? Yeah, this is the one which we recently added. Let me go on editing it. See, there is an approved field and it's a Boolean type. The default, this field is present for all the questions, and by default, this field is false. Okay, for displaying the questions, we need to make this field true. And if we just click on that, this field is, its Boolean value becomes true. And now this question will be displayed for the particular topic, which is strings. If we just click on save over here, then admin has approved that question. And now that question which is entered by the user in the strings field, it will be displayed over here. See, the question, it's simple link. There's nothing has, so it's opened on the same thing. So in this way, you can add questions, and it depends on the admin whether he or she will approve it or not. And then if he approves, then your question will be displayed for any particular topic which you added. Next thing, we have interview experience. Similarly, in case of topics, we have displayed a list of companies. We have these companies we have already created in the backend, just provided a logo for each of the companies, and we have displayed them using cards. Okay, if we click on any of these companies, see here that here we will get the ID of the company, just as in the case we got in the case of topics. And here are the list of users who have added their experience for that particular company. Okay, here we have displayed the profile picture of the user, their name, and a short intro about themselves. If we hover over this, then whatever the experience they have shared with us, it is displayed over here. Okay, hover over this again, and this experience will be displayed over here. Okay, similarly we have done this for all those companies. Okay, now to add experience, what we have done, if we just click on add experience, it is saying that add you, let me provide anything name, and choose profile pic. For choosing this profile picture, what we have done, that let me just select any of these pictures. Okay, this picture is added using the Multed library. In the Multed library, we have implemented that whenever we add any picture, this picture will be saved into this our computer locally in a public folder which we have created. And while displaying it on the profile of the picture, we will access this name of the file which is present in the public folder and add it to the profile of this user which we are going to create just now. Okay, let us provide any branch, EC, year, pre-final, and let us choose this as Flipkart. Okay, company name, intro. Let us give hello world, nothing. And this experience bar, experience field, this is an editable field which we have implemented using CK editor. Okay, we just use the code from CDN library and pasted it code, and then we were able to get this editor. Here whatever text we can add it into different formats like bold. We can add it in our bold. Okay, so we will say add experience, and now next text we can make this bold. Okay, in whatever format the user add, they can change the text type, they can change their font size, anything they can do it over there, and it will be displayed while displaying their experience. Okay, just click on submit to see how this will work. Again, this has said that experience is sent for approval. Similarly, as we did in case of questions, we will do it in the case of experience. Okay, what was the name of the user we just created? I think it was here, Addy. Okay, let's just edit this. This also has a default value of approved which is false, and if we make this true over here, then that question will be displayed in our for the given company. We chose Flipkart just now. Okay, if we click on Flipkart, yeah, this is the user which we just displayed, which we just created. Here its profile pic, its name, short intro, and upon hovering, whatever the experience that we added. Okay, this was bold text, this was simple text. It is displayed in the same manner as we did in case of text editor. Okay, let's go to the experience panel. Here also a search bar is there for searching any company. If we type face, then it's giving a suggestion that you can do it for Facebook. If we search, then Facebook is displayed. Okay, likewise for every company we can search is over here. This is a simple navbar present at the top. It is present at each routes, and here hi Virat Kohli, the name of the user which you have logged in is present over there, and this is simple footer which is present at the bottom. If we log out, Okay, then now we have logged out. We again need to log into see those resources. That's basically the project. And this project we have also deployed. We have deployed it using Heroku. Let me just show you the deployed version. This is the URL. I will be providing the link in the description of the video. Same project as we saw, which was running locally. Now it's running online. Okay, and you can access it. See this. Yeah, this password is correct. All the things are same which we just created. Okay, they are entirely the same thing. If we click on any of this company, whatever is there, we'll get the name of the user. This is the deployable version. Now let me just log out. So these are basically all the things that we have for this project. Okay, thanks.